had reached quite a low with my skin, with my eczema, dealing with itchiness 24/7. You would never not see me just like scratching my neck or my face somewhere on my body where I had eczema. I had red patches all over, some open wounds and cuts here and there, swollen, sunken eyes, and pretty bad allergies as well. And another challenge I had was it was really difficult for me to wear makeup sometimes or be in the sun on vacation, and also wearing certain types of clothing where I wanted to have my back or my arms covered because I didn't want anyone to see the redness or the eczema. And this really impacted my life in terms of my mental and emotional health. Before I started this program, or that flare I had before I started the program, my eczema used to come and go for a while, and I actually totally forgot about it for a little bit, but then it came back with a vengeance last summer. And I think when I look back, I was eating just so many foods that were so unnecessary, so many processed foods full of toxins and chemicals. My confidence, my self-esteem, and just not knowing how to manage my mental health and my emotional aspect of like even calming my nervous system. That's something I never had really considered before. And so this all pushed me to really make a lifestyle change. And that's what helped me make the decision to invest in this program, because I knew I wanted to change something for the better and not just like some random diet or something I saw online, but some actual changes and commit to 6 months. And I'm so glad I did. Some of the things that I tried to do before the program, I would follow random pages on Instagram and TikTok, or some of the diets that they would recommend, or I was drinking bone broth and this and that. And I only had learned about gut health almost a month before finding the program. So I was really new to all of that. And I did go gluten and dairy free a month before the program as well. And I had started cutting out, eating out and processed food and drinking. So that really helped ease my skin. And then I started the program. I just wanted to share some points for the program as well that really helped me. I think in the beginning, I was very eager to learn new things and read all the material. And I would say that just make sure you develop the habit of consistently reading and checking in and filling your journal. And then also remember that it can take a while to actually see results. Like for me, it took almost 3 months into the program to see results from all the work I was doing. And so following your routines and habits, and then think of it like you're putting a brick down each time you're doing something for yourself. And then one day you'll see that solid foundation in front of you. And now that the 6 months are over, I'm going to continue building on all of the new routines and habits that I created during this program. And I will use these lifelong teachings forever. And I'm so grateful for the team on the Love Your Skin program. They are so amazing, so great to work with. And I'm so grateful for all that I've learned that I will take with me for the rest of my life. Before starting the program, there was a hesitation if the investment would be worth the amount of knowledge or material or whatever I would gain from the program, if that amount was worth putting in. And then resistance that it was all online, and finding it online aspect, you always have that in the back of your head. Oh, is this legit, or is it going to be fully something that is always available to me? Or when you're putting that much chunk of money into it, to use that idea. But just by watching the videos in the group before I decided to join, and I think for me, it was watching an interview of someone who had just finished the program, and they were talking about how they had learned so much that it just really finally took them to a place where they were able to be confident in their own skin again, and go back to doing their regular activities in life and working on their hobbies, and not just constantly worrying about their skin or what it looks like every morning. I think when you're at such a low point in your skin and how it looks with the eczema, and when you're in the flare, you're looking for those pieces of inspiration from hearing from other stories that this really worked for them. So I think, I can't remember who it was, but I remember sitting in my bed, and I had been like just going through the material, and I was so desperate, and I was like, I really think I'm going to do this. This program looks like it's everything that I need. It's personalized, and there's a great team on board, and I just really wanted something that not just focus on one part of just the skin or the diet, just like holistically all over, teach me so much about my mind and body, and managing stress and all of that, and it was amazing. And I would tell anyone that if they are hesitating or doubting joining the program, that if they can afford it and put that money together, like 100% it is worth the investment and they will not regret it, because there's so many bits of information you can take from this program that it's just unbelievable. 100% I would do it again, and I would pay again if I came across this program. So the big turning point of the program for me was definitely about that 2.5, almost 3 month point, where it felt like all of a sudden all that work I was doing, that every day focusing on my routines, my habits, and me time, and prioritizing things that I never used to prioritize on a daily basis. And when I had consistently done that for over 2 months, including things for my diet, it was around that point where I was like, I could just by looking in the mirror, my skin is so calm, no longer flares. And I almost thought back to, I couldn't even remember the last time I was itchy or scratched my skin. And that itself was just like, wow, like I've come so far. And I had time to just be fully into other activities and hobbies in my daily life, that I wasn't always focused on what my skin's looking like. So that was a huge point for me, where I was like, wow, all this is really working and I'm doing such a great job, and I need to continue building on this and then adding in other protocols and habits that will continue strengthening the progress that I've made so far. So most definitely a lot has changed in terms of even just when I changed my diet from eating whatever, eating out, processed foods, to just focusing more on nutrition and giving myself proper balanced meals every day. And also each of the pillars, focusing on me time, managing stress, fun and connection, sleep, changing my sleep routine and prioritizing at least 8 hours of sleep. All these little changes I've made have made such an immense impact on my life. I never feel fatigued or tired as I used to. My body just feels a lot stronger and healthier. I can't really pin what it's related to, what change I've made, but my eyesight actually has improved. I went to get my eyes checked, and my optometrist told me that my number had gone down from 2.75 to 2.25. And I heavily believe it's from all the lifestyle changes I've made throughout this program. And then in terms of my skin, like I mentioned in the previous video, I barely ever get itchy now. Especially I used to be all itchy all over my face and my eyes, my neck, and that's all so calm, and I'm able to wear makeup whenever needed, and I feel so much more confident in just my bare skin when I leave the home. And I worked on so much with my own self-esteem and self-confidence throughout this program as well. So there's just been so many great changes. I just feel like all the pillars coming together are just so important for anyone to understand and improve their quality of life. And yeah, I sleep better, I feel better, I feel stronger, more confident. To anyone struggling with eczema right now, I would say definitely you're in the right place if you are considering this program, and you're not alone. There are so many amazing individuals that are in the same boat as you, who are in different points of their healing journey, and there's so much strength in being part of a community that can all relate to similar challenges and things that you might go through with your skin. And definitely really ask yourself if you're ready to make some real changes and you're ready to leave your old habits and lifestyle behind. This is something that you really want to invest in. Then ask yourself if you really want to change the way you think and feel about your skin every day, then you're in the right place. And then if you're just starting, I would definitely say give yourself grace and take it just day by day. And slowly, if you follow all of the protocols and the pillars day by day, you will see a difference, and you will finally get to a place where you have more calm, healthy, and happy skin.